I stood in the doorway of my childhood home, the weight of the past pressing down on me like a physical force. The scent of aged wood and faded memories filled the air, but it was the echoes of laughter and scorn that truly resonated. This was the place where my dreams were once mocked, where I was told I'd amount to nothing. But today, I returned not as the failed medical innovator they had scorned, but as a pioneer in sound-based therapeutic medicine. A healer who had transformed barren lands into thriving ecosystems. The door clicked open, revealing the familiar faces of my family, their expressions a mix of surprise and apprehension. My mother, her eyes wide with disbelief, was the first to speak. "You're back," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. My father, stern and unyielding, stood beside her, his arms crossed over his chest. My siblings, scattered around the room, watched me with a blend of curiosity and resentment. "I'm back," I confirmed, my voice steady and calm, "and I've brought something with me." I gestured to the large, ornate box I had carried in from the car. It was a sound therapy device, a masterpiece of engineering and artistry, designed to heal and restore. My family exchanged puzzled glances, their confusion palpable. "Open it," I instructed, my heart pounding in my chest. This was the moment I had dreamed of, the moment of truth and redemption. My mother hesitantly approached the box, her fingers trembling as she lifted the lid. Inside, nestled in velvet, was a sleek, golden instrument. It was a harmonizer, a device that could emit frequencies capable of healing the land and the people who inhabited it. "What is it?" my father asked, his voice gruff with skepticism. "It's a sound therapy device," I explained. "It can heal chronic illnesses, restore ecosystems, and bring life back to barren lands. It's the culmination of years of research and dedication, the very thing you all mocked and ridiculed." The room fell silent, the weight of my words hanging heavy in the air. I could see the wheels turning in their minds, the realization dawning on their faces. "You mean to tell us," my mother began, her voice trembling, "that this thing can actually heal people?" "Yes," I replied, my voice filled with conviction, "and it's already done so. I've transformed barren lands into thriving ecosystems, healed countless people, and redeemed my name. The very thing you all told me was impossible, the thing you mocked and ridiculed, has become a reality." My father's expression darkened, his eyes narrowing as he struggled to accept the truth. "You always were a dreamer," he muttered, his voice laced with bitterness. "But this is beyond anything we could have imagined." I stepped closer, my voice soft but firm. "Yes, it is. And it's all because I didn't give up, even when you told me to. Even when you mocked me and ridiculed my dreams. I believed in myself, and I made it a reality." The room was silent, the weight of my words sinking in. My family looked at me, their expressions a mix of awe and regret. I could see the realization in their eyes, the understanding that they had been wrong, that their scorn and ridicule had been misplaced. "I want to show you something," I said, my voice filled with excitement. "I want to show you the power of sound therapy, the power of belief and dedication." I took the harmonizer from the box, my fingers tracing the intricate patterns etched into its surface. I activated it, the room filling with a soft, melodic hum. The frequencies washed over us, their healing power palpable. My mother's eyes widened, her hands clutching her chest as she felt the effects of the sound therapy. My father, his expression softening, reached out to touch the harmonizer, his fingers tracing the patterns with a sense of wonder. "This is incredible," my sister whispered, her voice filled with awe. "I can't believe it." I smiled, my heart swelling with pride and joy. "Believe it," I said, "because it's real, and it's all because I didn't give up. I believed in myself, and I made it a reality. The room was filled with a sense of wonder and awe, the power of sound therapy palpable. My family, their expressions a mix of regret and admiration, looked at me with newfound respect. "You've done it," my mother said, her voice filled with pride. "You've proven us all wrong." I nodded, my heart filled with a sense of triumph. "Yes, I have. And I want to share this with you, with the world. I want to show everyone the power of sound therapy, the power of belief and dedication." My father, his voice gruff with emotion, stepped forward. "We were wrong," he admitted, his eyes filled with regret. "We mocked you, ridiculed your dreams, and told you you'd fail. But you didn't. You proved us all wrong, and for that, I'm sorry." I reached out, my hand touching his shoulder. "It's okay," I said, my voice filled with forgiveness. "Because I've shown you the power of belief, the power of dedication. And now you can see the truth, the reality of what I've accomplished." The room was filled with a sense of peace and understanding. The weight of the past lifted. My family, their expressions a mix of admiration and regret, looked at me with newfound respect. "I want to show you something else," I said, my voice filled with excitement. "I want to show you the lands I've healed, the people I've helped. I want to share my journey with you, my triumph and my redemption." I took out my laptop, the screen filling with images of lush, green landscapes, of people healed and restored. My family watched in awe, their expressions a mix of wonder and admiration. "This is incredible," my sister whispered, her voice filled with awe. "You've done it! You've made it a reality." I nodded, my heart filled with pride and joy. "Yes, I have, and it's all because I believed in myself, because I didn't give up." I turned away from conventional medicine, explored the power of sound therapy, and reshaped holistic healing practices. I redeemed my name, and I proved you all wrong. The room was filled with a sense of triumph and redemption. The weight of the past lifted. My family, their expressions a mix of admiration and regret, looked at me with newfound respect. "You've done it," my mother said, her voice filled with pride. "You've proven us all wrong, and you've shown us the power of belief and dedication." I smiled, my heart filled with a sense of peace and understanding. "Yes, I have, and now I want to share this with the world. I want to show everyone the power of sound therapy, the power of belief and dedication. I want to heal the land, heal the people, and bring life back to barren lands." My family, their expressions a mix of admiration and regret, looked at me with newfound respect. They had seen the truth, the reality of what I had accomplished. They had witnessed the power of sound therapy, the power of belief and dedication. And in that moment, I knew that I had achieved my triumph, my redemption. I had proven them all wrong, and I had shown the world the power of belief and dedication. I had turned away from conventional medicine, explored the power of sound therapy, and reshaped holistic healing practices. I had redeemed my name, and I had made it a reality. As I stood there, surrounded by my family, I knew that I had achieved my dream. I had turned my ridicule and scorn into triumph and redemption. I had shown the world the power of belief and dedication, and I had made it a reality. And in that moment, I knew that I had truly achieved my triumph, my redemption.